get away from the novelty. Right now, it's become more of a business and less of an art form. So you gotta understand, and a lot of people don't pay attention to this, right? But especially for urban culture. Urban culture was built on boutique record companies like Def Jam, Russell, and Rick out of a college dorm room, or LaFace Records down in Atlanta when they were just when L.A. Reid and Babyface was just trying to sign the most talented people. Puff Daddy and what he did with Bad Boy, or even before that with Andre Harrell with Uptown Records. I can go on and on, from Cold Chillin' to so many. They were built on boutique record companies. Now, most of the companies are publicly held companies. All the major record companies, like Def Jam is now part of Universal Music Group, and Cold Chillin' is not around anymore. LaFace, which went to Arista, and they all morphed into these major record companies. And all the major record companies, whether it's Sony, EMI, Universal, Warner Music Group, they're all publicly held companies traded on the stock market, which means that they all have board members and bean counters. And this may sound boring, but this is really, really, really true. Every 3 months, the bean counters don't give a fuck about, oh, we got to develop this artist for 6 months. All they give a fuck about is the bottom line, so that the stock numbers go up, so that these bean counters can keep making money. If Vivendi, which is owned by Universal, the stock is down at the Universal company, somebody's gonna get in trouble for that shit. So what happens? We gotta sign dumb novelty records, put them out, sell them on iTunes, keep the marketing low, profit. Fuck the culture. That's wrong. So here I sit at an independent company, boutique. I don't give a fuck about stock prices. I don't have a board sitting here counting my beans for me. I'm here developing artists, and even if my back gets against the wall, we're in it for the long run. And we're gonna try and build this company so that we can be successful down the line. We don't have to worry about the next 3 months. We do, but it's not as if we're gonna compromise our integrity to do something stupid to make some money. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be in it. And that's part of the reason why I don't wanna work for any of the major record companies anymore, because I can sign all of these talented artists, but if we're gonna throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, and if it don't stick, Eric, we got a stock price to worry about. We got the stock market to worry about. So your project got to go to this shit. When I put out the Life Jennings album, we sold 5,000 units the first week, and we didn't have a major record at radio. I got with Donnie Iron, and we sent them around the country 2 times in a bus. Not even a bus, in a fucking van or SUV. And we did 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 6,000, 8,000. We didn't have a week over 20,000 units. We sold 1.4 million records. That's what the music business is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Juvenile, when he came out, he sold 50,000 units the first week. He ended up selling 4 million records on that first album. That's what this is about. It's just not about, board members and stock price. This is an art form. This isn't a science. The stock market is a science. It's scientific. You analyze, you cross-reference, and you bet on it. This is an art form. There's no rhyme or reason as to why, we do what we do. Every project is very, very different. Some artists like to sit on a toilet and write records. Some artists like to go back to, Busta Rhymes, when he used to go and get his old car, and while he was making an album, and he would drive around in his old car to get that vibe, to get that feel back for it, we get away from that now. Now it's about, let's go make the stupid dumbass record, let's put it on the radio, let's sell some singles and some downloads. But at the end of the day, it still hurts the culture, because no one's building artists anymore. Who's the new Tupac? We don't have it. Closest thing we have to the new Jay-Z is possibly T.I. Or where's the new? Who's the artist that's impacting the culture? Who's telling us what we should wear, what we should drink, how we should dress, you know, what we should think, what's cool, what's not cool. We don't have that artist anymore. Lil Wayne is dope, but he's not the artist that's telling us how to dress. He's not, you know, he's really, really talented, but we don't have that guy anymore. You know? Let me tell you something. Without my mentors, without Chris, without Lior, without Kevin, like I would not know jack shit about jack shit. Seriously, like you know, I learned so much from those guys. Even indirect mentors like Steve Stout. Like I watched his career, I analyzed his career, I see how he move and shake. I patterned myself after those guys. Like without those guys, I wouldn't be able to run a company. I wouldn't know anything. Like it's important. Everybody who's coming in the game, if you don't have a mentor, you're going in trouble. Everybody's got to have mentoring. Mentoring is so important. If you don't have that, you are going to make your life much harder. I never use the word impossible because, you know, I don't believe in it. I believe everything can happen if you put your mind to it. But, you know, I'm also a believer in making things as simple as possible. And, you know, if someone has been down a block before and they know everything about that block, why not take them on as a mentor? Because they can guide you through, they can navigate you through, especially if they're willing to do it. Why make it difficult, you know?